Hi, my bows and bow ties. So look, you have to excuse the hair. Didn't really do much to it. I just kind of like fluffed it from last, like was it yesterday? So we're gonna go with it. So you guys saw the thumbnail, right? And I put on there privacy matters, and I had Simone Biles and uh, Jonathan Owens, her husband, and then I had the Travis Hunter, newly minted Heisman winner, and his girlfriend Leanna something. So look, let me just say this. I don't want people up in my business, so I'm gonna come off camera and turn my light off. So give me a second. Okay. So look, let me just say this. I woke up this morning. I got on TikTok. See, this is the thing. When I get on TikTok, it's usually in the wee hours of the morning, right before I get up, to get ready for work, and maybe towards the end of the day if I have time. I don't really typically get on too much in the evenings, right? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Most of it's usually done about a half hour before I start getting ready for work. So my time is limited on that app, but I found like a million posts where people were stitching and attaching the Leanne fiance. What just happened here? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, jeez. What is going on with my thing? Huh? Um, what in the world? Okay. I don't know what is happening with my stupid phone. It just went out. So hopefully you guys heard everything I said. So look, I was on the TikTok this morning and I saw that there were a million reactions to apparently Travis Hunter's girlfriend slash fiance, whatever. What is going on with this thing? This thing is really acting out. So apparently she got on and posted this really long, I don't know what kind of story she posted about she wanted to, and maybe that was yesterday. I'm sorry. There was one was yesterday about her saying like, let me just explain what was meant by everything she said. And then also there was she got on and apparently there was a post about how Travis Hunter used to take her to the club and drop her off and he would wait outside for her and all this other stuff. I stopped listening. I was like, okay, this is more than I really care to know. But let me just say this. Um, I don't know why my phone is going out. I this is just really weird. It's acting like it's trying to close my screen and I don't like it. So look, this is the thing. She needs to stop posting. She needs to stop posting. I'm going to say it again. She needs to stop posting about their relationship. She needs to post about whatever her hobbies are, but she needs to stop posting about their relationship because now their whole public relationship, I said public, has become for everyone's consumption. And she needs some sort of like girlfriend training, wife train. Well, she's not a wife, but like girlfriend training, media training. She needs something because the way she is speaking about this young man is so unflattering. So maybe they have inside jokes. I don't know, but the way she is speaking about this young man is not flattering for him, right? So even if it is just his business, it's making him look like a fool. And so people will, let me tell you something. He is a brand. And people don't want to invest in something where they feel like it represents foolishness too. Right? And so right now she's making him look like a fool and then he's having to defend her. And I understand him defending her because that is his girlfriend, fiance. But they need to stop putting their relationship stuff out there. I went and looked for a photo of them for this thumbnail, right? And I went to Google and I meant to select images and I never went to images. I'm still on the all portion. And I selected it. I didn't even realize they have a YouTube channel together. And I'm sitting here thinking like, okay, they need to not. have too much stuff together when they're not married. They need to stop putting their stuff out there for public consumption. So let me just say this, and I don't know who owns that channel. It could be owned by her so that she can make money off of it, and I don't know. But I think they need to stop putting their business out in the public. Okay. Now I'm going to circle back to the Simone Biles and Jonathan, her husband. Um, I really didn't like when people came after their marriage, right? Were there some weird red flags? Yes, but they can learn and grow from that, right? And then I was just kind of like, we need to stay out of it and just try to encourage them. Um, this Travis and what's her Leanne, I see the Leanna or Leanne or something to that effect. This one is similar, not the same, but similar. This guy does not have a marriage contract with her. He is not in covenant with her, right? But it doesn't matter. I feel like at this point, everyone has tried to give him some advice. I think he may or may not choose to take it. He seems to be offended by it. And I'm like, at this point, they need to leave this young man alone. And if they want to post all their stuff out there, they should not. But if they want to post all their stuff out there for public consumption, then they're just going to have to be willing to just deal with the consequences of people meddling in their business. My recommendation is for them to stop posting any and everything about their relationship. So when I put together that thumbnail that said privacy matters, I meant it. If you notice, I don't bring any of my family members onto this app. Doesn't mean I won't ever, but I definitely don't bring my children. They didn't ask me on here as much as they want their own channel, but like I don't bring them onto anything with me. Okay. I'll leave it at that. I don't bring them onto anything with me. They have some social media, but I make sure I lean in and look at stuff. Every now and then I spot check, right? And every once in a while when I find things, I text them, I'm like, take that down. Or if they try to put something to music and if it's got cuss words, and I'm like, take it down. With that being said, when I put when I come onto this platform, I do not bring my family nor my husband. Like, well, my husband's my family, but when I say my family, I mean my kids. Like, I don't bring my husband and my children onto this, right? I protect their privacy because as soon as you start bringing them on camera or into anything, people want to attack them, and they don't deserve that. They want to start commenting on things you should or shouldn't do, especially when I didn't ask, right? So if you notice, I keep my private life private, period. And so when I look at this Travis Hunter and Leanne person, I would recommend they do the same. Now we all see the train wreck that's coming, but it is his life. It is his lesson to learn. If he doesn't want to take suggestions, and people need to back up. They're like begging and pleading for this man to listen. And I'm like, some people just can't be saved. And I say, let this man learn his lesson. Hopefully, prime time Deion Sanders is uh, helping him craft up the right kind of with the right lawyer, the right kind of prenuptial agreements and other things. Maybe hopefully he's in his ear more. But at the end of the day, I think people need to get out of this young man's relationship. He made his relationship public, and so now he's quickly learning what happens when you have a public relationship. You're going to get public commentary and that type of thing. Hopefully, at this point, they will learn to back up, save some of themselves for themselves. But at the end of the day, this young man allowed, let me rephrase that because you can't, like, it's not like he's given permission, but I guess gave her permission, I don't know, to put all their business out there. And she is making of them. She's making a fool of that relationship. She's making a fool of him. And I feel bad because at this point, he's coming off as the sucker. He's coming off as nose wide open. He's coming off as easily bamboozled. He's coming off a certain kind of way. And I do think that it affects his brand. And people do not want to align themselves with someone who comes off this way. Now, I do think they're also going to put some people, I think as he continues to progress into his sports career, they're going to put people around him, hopefully, that are going to block certain activities or whatever. I just think that he needs to walk this back a little bit. All right. So that's where I'm at with it. So when I bring up the Simone Biles and Travis Hunter thing, do I think they are exactly the same? No, because Simone Biles and Jonathan are in a covenant together. And at this point, I'm like, we're not going to be in the business of tearing down relations. Like this is a whole marriage. With Travis, I think people were trying to forewarn him on, like, hey, you need to be cognizant of certain behaviors that we are all noticing, right? Because, like I said, when you listen to the way this young lady spoke about him, it is not flattering. At least what little bit I've seen, and I don't have the totality of it because I stopped caring. I don't want to hear it. Like, right, like I just kind of felt like she wasn't very flattering. For if you're usually when you're into someone, you want to speak positively about them, you want to uplift them, you want to make sure that whatever you put out there about your significant other is seen favorably. You know, you want to hold them in high regard. And part of what I think is happening with this young lady, I mean, who knows what the real deal is, but I also think she's young too. So she has much to learn, just like Simone Biles did when she learned, like, hey, maybe I shouldn't have much of my relationship out there for public consumption, right? They're young. They make mistakes. They say too much. They talk too much. Me, I'm older now. I'm 48 years old. So if you notice, I don't bring my family on here. I know better because as soon as I bring my family on here, who knows what kind of vitriolic comments I'm going to get about my husband or my kids or how I'm raising my kids or wife or whatever. I don't know. They're not in my life. So I don't subject them to anything that they didn't ask for. It's not fair to them. So if people want to come for me, they can. I mean, half the time I'm not going to argue anyway. I'm like, argue with yourself. Argue with your mama. Don't argue with me. Go talk to Jesus. I don't know what you want from me. But when it comes to these young couples, I think they're learning these valuable lessons of you don't want to put your business out there all the time. I mean, I couldn't. That's the reason why, like, reality TV could never be for me. I'm not built for it. All right. So enough of that. I hope you guys subscribe to my channel and leave a comment. I'm curious what you think about it. I mean, what do you think about this video? I just think that the way my thumbnail was set up, privacy matters. It does matter. They need to stop talking. All right. Take care.